stays in the atmosphere. These gases...
Did I just not say that freon gas stays in there for 30 minutes, or 30 hours? 30 years, I'm sorry.
You can't leave the anchor behind. Do you agree that there is development when you build a plant which produces green energy?
Yes, it will have development in the long term, but there will be costs in the short term that will be inevitable. Because we have to build the factories, people will get laid off for a short term. You know, the factories that used to produce will have to close down and such. So there is cost in the short term.
What happens when you are out of non-renewable resources?
Then we're screwed, basically.
Thank you. I had another question. Okay, thank you.
Hello, my name is Julia, and I'd like to prove to you that actually we do have to make this step now, and if we do it, we would have a sustainable future, a sustainable development. So this is actually what we should focus on, because this actually would promise a future that we can rely on. First of all, the fact that we discussed when in conflict. Yes, when in conflict, we have to choose between these two these ways of investment. First of all, if we showed and we proved to you that if we invest in the environment when in conflict, the economy doesn't have to suffer. The only effect that does it on the economy is the fact that it lowers and doesn't have the same rapidly developing manner that it did already. So, moreover, we stated a main clash is the fact that short-term effects versus long-term effects. If we invest now in the economy, in the environment, yes, we might have a little bit damage on the economy, but not we shut down factories or I don't know the economic collapses or so on. But if we invest in environment now, we will see the long-term effects after, because the environment is something that when we damage it now, it won't rehab so fast, because it's something, if we damage the CO2 emissions, it's something that remains in the atmosphere and doesn't change as the sulfur dioxide, like the gas that affected the ozone layer. So it's actually a huge difference between those gases, and I don't see the reason why we compare these things, because sulfur dioxide actually may remain in the atmosphere, as they stated, only 30 years or so on. But the CO2 emission actually stays in the atmosphere for long terms, and this thing will show the effects further in the future. Moreover, another clash is the fact that we should focus on sustainability, because by investing now in these developing countries that have the blame of polluting, even though they don't have the same level of pollution as other countries, they should do something about the level of pollution that they cause, because they actually can invest in environment and have a slow developing economy. But they prefer this rapidly because they want to grow faster and faster. But because they have other priorities. But the environment should be the main priority for all countries, because this actually would affect us and our health and the humankind in a long-term run. So we actually have to do something now about it. Moreover, another clash is the fact that do the step now and make a smart investment, or do it later and make a double investment in these new eco-friendly technologies. Because if we actually develop a market based only on CO2 emission, then when we are very developed, it's very hard to change all the economy on this eco-friendly, and moreover it will be even expensive, because then these environmental friendly technologies will be more developed and so on. Another clash is the fact that the developing countries shouldn't make the same mistakes that the developed countries should, because they have the responsibility, because they know the effects that this carbon CO2 based economy will harm the environment. They know this because they see the effects on the developed countries. So actually they do have to do something about it, and do it now. Moreover, they stated about the fact that the rapidly developing countries don't have the necessary budget. Yes, they do have it, but they invested in other domains that they prioritize now. Even though they have China is the #1 polluter of the world. So we should focus on the sustainable development, and we should invest now in the environment so we can have a great future after. Moreover, we stated that the fact that if you invest in environment, so the economy won't be affected that much. So we should do something about it, and I think I convinced you that by investing in environment, it's a win-win situation. Thank you.
Alright, let's go. As the negative third speaker and the last speaker of the quarterfinals of ID Youth Forum, I'd like to do three following things. Firstly, I'd like to talk about the affirmative duty in the debate and what the debate actually is. And secondly, I'd like to talk about the responsibility issue and which side actually has the responsibility in taking care of the environment. And thirdly, I'd like to talk about the capability and who actually has the things to get things done. Okay, then right on to the job of the affirmative, ladies and gentlemen. Just simply put, basically, the